class we will discuss about physical properties. Physical properties of alkyl halides. When we consider the physical properties, so the first physical property is color. First physical property is color. So when we consider the color, alkyl halides are colorless. So alkyl halides are colorless in pure form. However, bromides and iodides, when they are exposed to light, they exhibit color. So that is the first physical property, that is color. Second physical property is physical state. So when we consider the physical state of alkyl halides, lower members, that means methyl bromide, methyl chloride, ethyl bromide, which are said to be lower members, that means which are consisting of lower number of carbon atoms. So they generally exist in gaseous state. Whereas higher members exist either in liquid state or solid state. So that is the second physical property. Coming to the third physical property, that is melting points and boiling points. So generally, if you see the Rx, that is organic alkyl halides. So generally they are having polar nature. Why? Because in R, the central atom will be carbon. So carbon is less electronegative than halogen. So carbon is getting partial positive charge, whereas halogen is getting partial negative charge. So this polar nature and high molecular mass. So these two factors are responsible for high intermolecular attractions. Understood? These two factors, one is polarity and second one is high molecular mass. These two factors are responsible for high intermolecular attractions. When these intermolecular attractions are very large, so it is very difficult to break the bond. Hence high temperature is required. Hence melting points and boiling points will be higher. When we consider in a group from top to bottom, what is happening? If you are considering halogens, the size of halogen increases. So when the size of halogen increases, the intermolecular attractions also increase. Now this is the order. Ri is greater than R Br, which is greater than RCl, and so on. Because here chlorine is the least size and our iodine is having the largest size. So when the size of halogen is higher or greater, what is happening? The intermolecular attractions also increases. So this is the order for boiling points. So this is the order of halogen. So when the size of halogen increases, the intermolecular attractions also increases. When the intermolecular attractions are very high, it is very difficult to break the bond. Hence, the melting points and boiling points also increases. So this is about the boiling point, and this same boiling point is depending on another factor, that is branching of chain. So branching of chain, that means as the number of branches increases, the boiling point decreases. So this is very, very important point. As the number of branches increases, the boiling point decreases. Suppose you take an example. So this is 1 bromobutane. So this is 2 bromobutane. This is 2 bromo 2 methyl propane. 2 bromo 2 methyl propane. So this does not have any branch. This does not have any branch. So its what you call boiling point is 375 kelvins. 375 kelvins. So this is having one branch. So this is having 364 kelvins, and this is having two branches. So this is having 346 kelvins. 343 to 346 kelvins. So as the branching increases, the boiling point decreases. So this is another physical property. Next physical property is density. Next physical property is density. So here when we are considering the density, so the density depends on the number of carbon atoms. So the density of particular haloalkanes depends on three factors. One is number of carbon atoms, number of halogen atoms, and third factor, that is mass of halogen atoms. Mass of halogen. So the density depends on these three factors. So when the number of carbons or number of halogens or mass of halogen atom increases, the density also increases. Suppose when we are considering an example, so in these three examples, so this is propyl group, propyl chloride, propyl bromide and propyl iodide. In all these cases, all are having the same number of carbon atoms, same number of halogen atoms, but the mass of halogen atom is different. Mass of halogen atom is different. So this is approximately 0.89 gram per ml, the density. So here when we are 335 gram per ml, and this is 1.747 gram per ml. So from this data we can see that all are having same number of carbon, same number of halogens, but we know that from top to bottom the size increases. Size increases, that means mass also increases. So due to increase in mass, this iodine is having larger density. So this is the fourth physical property, that is density. Property, that is solubility. Next physical property, that is solubility. If we see the solubility, so generally these haloalkanes are less soluble in water. Why they are less soluble in water means, when these haloalkanes are dissolving in water, only less energy is released. Less energy is produced. That energy is not sufficient to overcome. So see here, when haloalkanes are dissolved in water, very less amount of energy is released. That less amount of energy is not sufficient to overcome the intermolecular attractions among haloalkanes, and that energy is not sufficient to break the hydrogen bonds. So here, that's why the solubilities, if more amount of energy is released, that energy will be sufficient to overcome the intermolecular attractions that are taking place between haloalkanes, and that energy will be sufficient to break the hydrogen bonds in water molecule. Since a very less amount of energy is released, that energy is not sufficient to overcome these intermolecular attractions or to break the hydrogen bonds in water molecule. That's why they are less soluble in water and they are highly soluble in organic solids. They are highly soluble in organic solids. They are highly soluble in organic solids. The chemical reactions. Chemical reactions of haloalkanes. We can broadly classify the chemical reactions of haloalkanes into three categories. So there are three types of chemical reactions that alkyl halides undergo. So first one, reaction with metals. Reactions with metals. Second one, elimination reactions. Second one, elimination reactions. Nucleophilic substitution reactions. Chemical reactions that are exhibited by haloalkanes can be broadly classified into three types. One is reaction with metals, and second one is elimination reaction, and third one is nucleophilic substitution reaction. So we will discuss one by one. So first one is a reaction with metals. Reaction with metals. So these alkyl halides. These alkyl halides, when they react with metals, so the compounds that are formed are known as organometallic compounds. So when alkyl halides react with metals, the compounds that are formed are known as organometallic compounds. So the first organic metallic compound that has been prepared by Grignard. So that was first prepared by Grignard, which is popularly known as Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent. So which is denoted by RMgX, where R is alkyl. You know, Mg means magnesium, X is halide. So this Grignard reagent can be further considered as alkyl magnesium halide. So when we see the bonds that are existing in Grignard reagents, so that is RMgX between R and Mg. So the bond between R and Mg will be a covalent bond, in which in alkyl group the central atom will be carbon and here magnesium. So we know that magnesium is highly electropositive, and here this is highly electropositive and this is highly electronegative. So carbon is getting partial negative charge and magnesium is getting partial positive charge. Why? Because carbon is more electronegative than magnesium. So this is a covalent that is taking place. But when we consider the bond that is existing between magnesium and halogen, so this is completely ionic bond. This is completely ionic bond. Generally, Grignard reagent. So generally write it as RMgX. So this is a highly reactive. Is highly reactive. So it reacts with the water or amines, alcohols. It reacts and converts into hydrocarbons. Suppose when you consider a reaction, so that is RMgX. So this is being reacted with H2. Reacted with H2O, so it is forming RH, that is hydrocarbon, that is alkane. Plus, so what is remaining? RH. So here this is H plus and OH minus. So here RH, alkane is formed, and next what is remaining? Magnesium. XOH. So this Grignard reagent reacts and forms hydrocarbons. So for the best example is Woods reaction. Woods reaction. What is Woods reaction? Alkyl halides reacts with. So this highly reactive, it takes place in the presence of ether, dry ether. It takes place in the presence of dry ether to form alkynes. So what is Woods reaction? So if you see the statement of Woods reaction, alkyl halides reacts with sodium metal in the presence of dry ether to form alkanes. So this is Woods reaction. So RX. So this is alkyl halide plus Na, sodium metal plus RX. So this is one alkyl halide and this is another alkyl halide. They are reacting with the sodium metal in the presence of dry ether. In the presence of dry ether to form hydrocarbon. So this is one R and this is another R, that gives rise to R single bond R, that is alkane, plus we know that sodium is +1 and the halide is -1. It combines to form NaX. So here how many halide ions are there? 2. So 2 NaX. So 2 sodiums are there, so 2 Na. So this is the reaction. So you consider the example for this. So I am taking CH3Br. CH3 in the place of R, I am considering methyl group. So methyl bromide plus 2Na plus another methyl bromide in the presence of dry ether gives rise to. So CH3 single bond CH3. So I am writing CH3 single bond CH3, which is ethane plus 2NaBr. 2NaBr. So that is about Grignard reagent. So in the next class we will discuss about elimination reactions and the nucleophilic substitution reactions.